Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are through page 10 of our Steam Journey creation set from Rolife. Got the base of our locomotive and our, I think it's supposed to be like a truncated passenger car situation here. It doesn't, I'm not super sure. And then our station, of course. Got one thing I was noticing I missed, well I don't know that I missed, but I just didn't notice these were up here, so I'm going to go ahead and color in these brown bits here to make it a little more uniform across the top. And that's sort of one of the deals for when there's this many colors, it sort of really, to me, it really distracts from the illusion when they're not. You just all of a sudden got random brown bits mixed in with your black bits. So I just like to do a little camouflaging. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures and how I hopefully fix the inevitable failures as they come up. Have a good time, stay loose, and upload daily, so it generally doesn't take me too long to build a set. Just, we're not doing anything world-changing here. We're just building silly little models and having fun with it. So, like I said, we're through page 10 here, so I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to jump in onto page 11 and see how far we can get tonight. I think it'll be at least one more day of building based on what I'm seeing here. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it up tonight, but we're going to see how things go before I officially make the final call on that. But start off with this thing. I think I'm pretty sure is some sort of piston situation. But these guys are all the same. We got two different on either end. So now we start with the pipe going up, and we start with 15 here and 16 behind it with the tall skinny part away. And then we'll do 8 of these guys. Just slide them in on further. Looks like I didn't think about this guy. Let me, that's going to be, that might be visible, so I'm going to hit it. Just that oddball side there. Now, start sliding these guys on. Yeah, I think that make a difference. Well, now I guess, we're just seeing the sides, so it doesn't really matter which way these face since I've painted the edges. And we go, this guy, like the skinny, went to the inside there. And this guy, the rear end, should sort of lock it in place, I believe. It's a little. There it goes. Then, nope, not that one, I don't think. Got our platform, another piston, slightly different shape. We're doing maybe 19 and 20 go on that end, and these guys sort of the same deal. Got slightly different ones on each end, and regular in there. And let's, before I even get going this time, let's. Okay. Not sure. Yeah. And this one, the opposite with the skinny tall one towards me. And these guys in. It's supposed to be, that one's a little loose. We got 8 of them, but well, did I get all of them on there is the next question. 5, 6, 7. Nope, I must have missed one because there's supposed to be one more. Those. Oh, let's get that. Yep, there it is. It did have a spare, but I thought they were both spares. So. Now the best way to color out these little circles is use for a flathead screwdriver, besides prying things apart. Back and forth, and it seems to get pretty good coverage. Not messing it up too much. And yeah, there we go. That fits better. Alright. Now take this guy. And that end. Yeah, it says there's an arrow. Okay, there's the arrow. Yeah. These. Far side. I'm going to flip it over. This one across the way here. Right. Now, so a preview of this one. And let's see here. Should be. Oops, I didn't think to label these. 3 identical sized ones, which I think looks like those 3. No, that one's got the notches to the going in, so these 3. Yeah, that must be 17. Let's see, okay, so 16, 17. Okay, so I think 22. No, I think this one's big enough to fit over the wider end of our stick there. So 20, 19. Alright. 16 and 17 go underneath. 23 times 3 on this end. Here you go. And this hole here. And 16. And 17 to lock it in. Okay, so we got that going on our platform. And that the end of 11, so on to 12. Getting into some significant amount of pieces. Okay, so these later. Somewhere here, there's one. These are the guys I'm looking for. this goes in the middle with that little tab up. I hope. Okay, touch that up. All right. A little bit of it off, and taking more of it off as I color it in. Alright, I think that may have been them, not me. Okay, you go here. Toolbox or something, I'd say. Now, oh, these guys go here, here. Build us some more dealios. And that's all we need for these. I'm doing 34 and 33. Okay, so they're both okay. Make sure we're putting then the hole goes to the front here. Guy there, medium guy. Yeah. Maybe the other way around. Don't know if it makes a difference or not. Nah, it's the same. Right. And this on the other side. I wasn't sure if that was how easy or hard that one was going to be, so I feel pretty good about that. Let's see, one side, got some rivet patterns there. That's I'm assuming it's going to be the outside here, so that goes. Let's see, the slant goes towards that way. Here. Oops. Rivet pattern to the outside of our build there. There it is. Yep. Nice. Okay. Now, let's see. Yes. Unless it's steps or climbing rungs or whatever you call it. The tread pattern's going up on all of them. Yep, I accidentally did it right on the other one. Wasn't intending to do that right, but I did. Sometimes better be lucky than good. Well, and then I put them all upside down. let's go in here. And, alright. Now to join the main body of the train. So drop you. These guys go through these two holes there, it looks like. Down. Pressure on it without breaking these little accordion pieces down here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's hard to pressure right there to pressure up on the. Not lined up. So that didn't it? That one then. This one. Looks good. It looks lined up. Let's, there it went. Finish that up. Alright, I think, yeah, all four of them nice and flush on the ones, and the front one, accordion bits. Yeah, alright. There's, got a little more of our platform in place. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now, these guys, plus one of our rivets. I think this one's just strictly decorational. So okay, that. Right. I think I can do it with my fingers. There. You. One here. This. Not a great picture of it here. I'm trying to. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm trying to look at it. Okay, so this goes in below. I'm guessing that it's going to fall into that hole right there. Yeah, it does. This goes in. That goes in. Alright. Nice. And that concludes 12, so on to 13. I think we're still, yeah, we're staying to work on this section. What we got here? I think it's making two of something. There's another one of those. So these are gonna go together. I think all these are just pairs. No, they're not. So take you. Okay. Rivets. Right through one side here. You, yeah, this one into that. I think it goes. Yeah, not flush, but it's not obviously not meant to mount onto anything. And okay, so we're okay. Okay, so now we do this on here. And next rivet goes through there. Keep calling them rivets. That's what they look like to me. Okay. And over on this side, another one of these guys. Rivet. The same into here. There. And this guy, like so. Couple more. Yeah. There it goes. Here. Okay. This guy left, and still more. Okay, so 4 of them now. So. Ooh. Escaping. Ooh. Here. It looks like we do that twice, but we're going to reverse. The second one's going to be, it's reversible. You can just flip flop it over. So just make them the same way to start with. Okay. So this one into that one, and then we just rotate this one down, move it in. All right. Just flip you over there. Same thing here. No, I wish I'd sort of painted the edges of those, but too late now. Hopefully there'll be something in here to cover it up. Okay, so that. Now we're going to work on our tank. So let's see how this goes. Okay. A few pieces here. And we start with, guess what? You guys got arrow down there. It goes here and here to this one. Okay. I'm going to take this structure. Okay, so we just drop you down onto that one. I think, yeah, all that's going to be obscured, so I'm not going to. I was about to go back and paint that, but I don't think I'm going to have to. Okay, now, you guys got arrows on them. They go back here. Now, front end, got those 5. This is going to be not fun. Getting all these to line up. They're so wobbly. And snug. Hard to get a grip on. And just saw. These may not show, but I'm going to go ahead and. Not sure if there's more on the end here or not, but okay. The last 20 minutes of this video is going to be me trying to get this piece to go in. That central one does not seem to fit. Okay, there it went. I think I got it. Okay, there we go. Now I get these other two getting moving far enough to line up these other guys. Maybe. There we go. Hang on. Okay. There we go on a jiggle. can be done. And then this guy says make sure the arrow is pointing this way. I guess we're going to put something in those slots on that side. So seems like I've flipped that on some train that I bought previously. Okay, now it's going to be the last 20 minutes of this video is going to be this side. Thought I was going to get in there. So I wonder if I even... Okay, so you go in there. Doesn't seem to be lining up. Huh? It seems like it's too low. This all the way down. Okay, it moved up. Oh, that might have been my problem. Maybe I knocked that up while I was doing all that too. So, yep. Okay, that was it. It wasn't all the way seated. Right. Now we got our arrows. Let's drop this down on all those guys. All the way down, up and back and forth. Alright, and that concludes 14. On to 15, where things are about to get interesting. Let's see here, don't need that one yet, but this piece of our extruded plastic bits and those guys. So, actually, make sure it says make sure this with the double thing goes to the front. This one I think is symmetrical. Got our notches on each one. Now, I think we're supposed to wedge in there and sort of hold them in place. Thanks. And I just saw that I missed 3 pieces, so grab them right quick. C. That's B. C. That's D. What was C? You see? Ah, there you are. C. C 29 times 3. Upside. They're going to be hidden in the middle, so I don't have to paint them. Put you back where you're supposed to be. Yes, let's go in. What are those pieces so everything is hopefully locked in place nice and snug. smoke. Well, not really. They're not smokestacks, but they're locked in place. Okay. And that's that side, because we get to move over to this little. It's not paper, though. It's some kind of fiber. Well, paper is fiber, but I think it's some kind of a little more substantial than paper, but not quite cardboard. Okay, so I got you. Just like this. We'll take our fancy golden stickers. And saying make sure this notch is at the bottom on this or this side, the right side. So that's just that way up. And G6. U. Supposedly starts there and goes straight across there at the it's much longer than the it's supposed to yep. I did that wrong. Oh, it's not supposed to split the difference and fold it around the edge. I'm thinking it's going to be on the inside anyway, so I think I'll get away with it. Just a little bit on that end. But not too bad for me on a sticker. Outside that part that I tore in the middle. And that's the last page 15. On to 16. I'll do these right. G7. Go across these notches here. Considering how little I could see there, I'm really pleased with how well those lined up, those notches. Over. G5 is supposed to go on the top of the double notch thing there. Alright, if you do that, they're going to they're making me do it twice. So I'm going to get one on the top notch and one on the bottom notch. And stickers go. I'm feeling pretty good about these so far. Now the next one is that bottom tab. And I didn't curl up like a spring. that's all there was for 16. Now, G3. Okay, says to put down the whole thing on this little solid square. And supposed to be able to pop out the middle section. Dubious. Okay, there it goes. It does not want to come off, but it is, slowly but surely. Alright. Nice. Pleasantly surprised that worked. See if it'll do it again. Won't mush it down quite as hard this time, see if that's any better. And alright. Now good there. Alright. Torque that thing a little bit better. Okay. That's all our stickers for now. This guy back out. And our two-sided glue strip deals. Cool. Four of them on these. Bits there. Yeah, I think get this thing mounted. The cover came off without the glue on this one. I think I can get it. Let's see. Okay, it does come off a little bit. So. Cover and see if I can't. Oh well, we'll give it a go. Try to get both pieces on this one. Alright. Now it says, oops, by the way, this goes down over top of these guys. That's all the tape we use, just those four pieces. Just making sure, yep, that's all we use so far. And these guys, where they're separated there, have slightly different shapes than the rest of the tank. So I can get these guys. I thought I was going to be able to do it with my fingers. Okay, that one almost did. Let's see. Tweezers any better? I think so, probably. Okay, doodad. All right. So, he has all on here. Let's get it even. These guys down. Mostly on there. Likewise, that one little. Let's see, can I back in? Yeah. Take the whole thing off with it. Okay, that a little bit. Okay. All right. Now let's see. Do I want to go ahead and do? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do 18 too. I'll call 18 because that's going to finish wrapping up our tank here, so that shouldn't be too bad on time. But more of these irritating little pink glue strips. And the last of the looks like sort of all the way from the front. Yep. And to the in the back in the middle. Okay. All the way to the back firewall or whatever that's going to be. And then one in the middle. Place for it. Same thing on this other rail. My fingers aren't working tonight, no. Out of these pieces of tape, so this has got to work on this one. And it's not. get on the edge here. There, I think okay, there it goes. This started better, but it didn't continue. Right. Now, supposedly we just roll these around. Stick down. Stay in place. And everybody will be happy. And the peasants rejoice. There that is. I think what I'm gonna do is reinforce that. I'm gonna get some of these 7,000 out. Sort of go in where I can get in these little holes there. And I say get a little more, just a touch more in there. And maybe get a rubber band to hold it down. I've got a bag of rubber bands around here somewhere. There they are. Rubber bands and O-rings and all kinds of goodies in here. Let's see. Those should be good for it. We're planning ahead moment. Okay, so let's say just touch in here. Just want to reinforce it. Probably okay, but I'm gonna go with the. It won't hurt to have extra. And since I've got the glue sitting right there. Follow you up. Just a little extra reinforcement there. Hopefully help it out some. Okay. Now that's doing that thing. We do add our red ring here. Just on. Back here onto that. And up here on this one we got our smokestack, and take one of the dots. I'll probably end up throwing some glue on this one too, because I've had bad experiences with these dots on non-flush surfaces. Yeah, as a matter of fact, go ahead and get in front of it. use the dot to hold the glue in place. And up and down. There. And then there. Stripe. Now why wouldn't they do this? Okay, it's sort of okay, so that's actually holding going around the seam here, it says. So and the seam of our between our smokestack and the top, or the bottom rather. Alright. That is where I'm going to stop. Got our, like I said, getting our tank ready, got the glue reinforcing our tape, and up there, I think, good place to stop. I wish I could have gotten to the point where I combined it all, but I think pretty obvious. It's going to go, all of these are supposed to go into, I think. I like how those gold stripes did line up right nicely on there. It's supposed to go something like that. Oh, like that. I'm not going to mush them down yet, but that's, yeah, that's what. There. It's not lining up right. Okay, and that's discouraging. Okay, so let's go up here. Okay, so maybe it doesn't go. Okay, this doesn't go. This one doesn't sink in. Okay. But there's. I think that's where it's gonna end up. All right, that's a good place to finalize tonight. Made some progress. Got a good foundation down. Just got our cab. Attach this. Do some more details on the sides and our cab, and we will wrap this bad boy up tomorrow. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time.